I never thought I'd talk about this, not out loud, not even to my closest friends. But some stories claw their way out of the shadows, not for pity, not for shame, but because silence can be its own kind of prison. And this is a story about love, about dignity, and about the quiet battles no one warns you about. You see, I grew up believing aging was graceful, poetic even, like silver-haired women in black and white films, glowing with wisdom, untouched by time's cruelty. But life has a way of stripping away illusions, doesn't it? What they don't tell you, what no one dares to say, is that for the women you love most in this world, aging isn't just wrinkles and gray hair. It's changes that sneak up like thieves, changes that steal confidence, that leave even the strongest woman staring at herself in the mirror, lost. And one of them, body odor. Yes, female body odor changes with age. Go ahead, laugh. I did, at first. Until I saw my mother's hands tremble as she sprayed perfume on her wrists for the third time that morning. Until I caught my mother crying in the bathroom, scrubbing her skin raw, whispering, "When did I start smelling like this?" This isn't about vanity. It's about the way a woman's pride can fracture over something no one prepared her for. No one talks about it, but I will. Because this story isn't just mine, it's hers. And if you've ever loved a woman who's felt the sting of time, you'll understand why I have to tell it. Let me take about 7 bad moments, what they never told us about aging women. That day in my mother's kitchen haunts me more than I care to admit. She had always been the pillar of grace in our family, strong, nurturing, quietly radiant, like the lilacs blooming just outside her window. She wore her age with dignity, finding joy in the soil between her fingers and the sun on her face. But in that moment, standing alone by the sink, something had broken inside her. I saw it in the way she dabbed her eyes too quickly, in the hollow smile she offered me as a cover. And then that unfamiliar scent, faint but undeniable, hit me. It wasn't unpleasant, but it wasn't her. Not the way I remembered her. It was as if something invisible had changed inside her, and now it was leaking out in ways even she couldn't hide. That scent, sharp, slightly acidic, was more than just a shift in hormones or a natural part of aging. It was the physical manifestation of something deeper, the quiet erosion of confidence, of womanhood, of self. My mother had always taken pride in how she presented herself. She wasn't vain, but she cared. And now, something as intimate and unspoken as her natural scent had become a source of shame. I realized then that body odor changes in elderly women weren't just about hygiene or health. They were about identity, dignity, the quiet battles fought behind closed doors where the mirror reflects not just wrinkles, but fears you can't name. Moment 2, the elevator incident. My wife, Clara, is a fiercely elegant woman, always well-groomed, always composed. One evening, we were attending a formal dinner. As we stepped into the hotel elevator, a younger couple joined us. The guy whispered something to his partner, and they both giggled while glancing at Clara. She acted like she didn't notice, but I saw the way her shoulders tightened. Later that night, she asked me if I thought she smelled different lately. Like something old, she whispered. I wanted to lie, but honesty is love's true face. That moment nearly broke her. Moment 3, the abandoned book club. Clara used to run a book club with a few women from the neighborhood. They'd sip tea, laugh, and debate over fiction like it was life or death. But slowly, fewer women started showing up. Then one day, she canceled it altogether. Said she wasn't in the mood. The truth? One of the women had mentioned in passing a strange smell in the living room. It wasn't meant to be cruel, but it was enough. These weren't just physical symptoms. This was social isolation caused by aging body odor in women, a small shift in chemistry that alienated her from her own circle. Moment 4, a granddaughter's innocence. My granddaughter, Ellie, was 5 when she innocently said to Clara, "Grandma, you smell like the attic." Clara laughed, but her eyes, they dimmed. Children don't lie. And while she understood Ellie didn't mean harm, it planted a seed of insecurity that bloomed overnight. I caught her tossing out half her wardrobe the next day. She said she needed fresher fabrics. But I knew that wasn't the problem. Moment 5, doctor's visit denial. I urged Clara to talk to our doctor. Maybe it was a hormonal thing. Maybe a symptom of something deeper, like body odor after menopause. The doctor was kind but dismissive. "It's just age," he said. "Normal." But what's normal about feeling ashamed of your own scent? What's normal about hiding from hugs or fearing that someone might catch a whiff of your humanity? Clara left the clinic more defeated than ever. Moment 6. The church pew. That Sunday morning in church seemed ordinary at first. Sunlight pouring through stained glass, hymns rising gently in the air. But I felt Clara tense beside me. Her shoulders, once relaxed in prayer, drew in tightly like she was shrinking from the world. Then I saw it too. The woman next to her discreetly leaning away, reaching into her handbag and pulling out a small bottle of perfume. A casual spray. A quiet, polite gesture. But it hit Clara like thunder. Not a word was exchanged, not a comment made. Yet the message was loud and clear. She sat through the rest of the service in silence, hands clasped tighter than usual. On the drive home, she didn't say a thing. Her eyes didn't meet mine. That night, she hung up her church dress like it was the last time she'd ever wear it. And for the next 3 months, she stayed home every Sunday, watching Mass online, pretending it was the same. But I knew it wasn't. That one small act had taken something from her. A sense of belonging, of being seen as whole, not diminished by age. That evening, as she quietly folded her hands in prayer at home, I sat at my laptop typing "How to prevent body odor in older adults" into the search bar. It wasn't just about fixing a scent. It was about helping the woman I love reclaim her place in a world that seemed to no longer understand her. Moment 7. The day she quit perfume. Perfume had been Clara's shield, her invisible armor. But one day, she lined up her bottles, dozens of them, and said, "I'm done pretending." She realized perfume only masked the problem. Sometimes it made it worse, interacting with the altered pH of aging skin, creating a harsher scent. She cried that night, not because of the smell, but because she felt invisible. A woman who had been the sun of her family now feared her own body. The turning point, rediscovering nature. That's when I knew we needed a different path. Not more chemicals, but natural remedies for body odor after menopause. Not silence, but understanding. Together, we started exploring simple, powerful changes, and slowly, miraculously, things began to shift. Let me share what helped Clara reclaim her light. 1. Apple cider vinegar rinse. ACV balances the skin's pH and fights odor-causing bacteria. Clara began dabbing diluted ACV under her arms and on her feet before showers. The results were astonishing within a week. 2. Chlorophyll drops. We added a few drops of liquid chlorophyll to her daily water. This natural internal deodorizer worked from the inside out. Even her morning breath improved. 3. Magnesium-rich foods. We learned that many seniors suffer from magnesium deficiency, which is closely tied to body odor. Spinach, almonds, and pumpkin seeds became her new friends. 4. Natural deodorants. Baking soda free. Many older women react to baking soda. We switched to magnesium-based deodorants with essential oils like lavender and frankincense, gentle, soothing, and effective. 5. Hydration and detox teas. Clara drank herbal teas with sage, mint, and dandelion. These help detox the body and minimize sour or musky odors linked to poor liver function. 6. Breathable fabrics. Synthetic fabrics trapped sweat and bacteria. We replaced most of her wardrobe with cotton and bamboo clothing, breathable and skin-friendly. 7. Probiotic foods. Fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and plain yogurt restored gut flora. A healthy gut means less body odor. Simple science, big impact. Today, Clara smiles again. She walks taller now. Not because the world changed, but because she did. She no longer fears a hug, no longer avoids the church pew. She's even restarted her book club, and this time, they meet in our home. Body odor might be a taboo topic, especially when it involves older women, but it shouldn't be, because it's not just about smell, it's about dignity, and dignity should never fade with age. If you or someone you love is struggling, please remember, you're not alone. There are gentle, effective ways to heal. Aging is inevitable, but shame is not. Sometimes, the softest whispers hide the deepest wounds, and sometimes it takes love and a little nature to help them heal.